Rock and Roll Geek Show 1397.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original rock and roll geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday, July 18th, 2025, and it is 5:41 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. I am in San Francisco right now. I have not done a show in San Francisco from the podcast studio up here in Don's basement, or what I call it, Don's Den. It's actually now Grandpa's basement. I'm called Papa. Whenever I come here to visit, they stick me down in the basement. So I'm the basement dweller. But I'm here because I had to do a paint job this week. I didn't have to, but I kind of need the money, and it's a repeat customer. I'll come back and do work for repeat, for good customers, and I need the money. It's extra money for me. I am playing. Let's see. Last week I played Feather Falls Casino with Chad Bushnell. We did sometimes he plays all Garth Brooks songs, and believe it or not, I've never heard Garth Brooks. By the way, I'm drinking tonight. What is it? 805 Cerveza brewed with lime. This is my new favorite beer. This is really good. This is made by, I don't know, what is it? Firestone Walker Brewing Company. It's really good, and I'm almost finished with the second one of the day. Was it second? No, first one of the day. Let me finish it up right now. Oh, that's so good. So anyway, I played last week. I did Friday night with Chad Bushnell at the Feather Falls Casino, doing all Garth Brooks songs. And then the next night we played at up in Lakehead, California, which is up near near Lake Shasta. It was at a of all places, an RV and resort. It was fucking awesome, man. The Feather Falls Casino was awesome as well. That was pretty much sold out, and it was a great time, and it played an Indian casino. The last time I played an Indian casino was at Red Hawk Casino with Chad Bushnell. The only other time I've ever played before that was with the Butlers. We played at Bear River Casino a long, long time ago, and we got fired after the second set, which is a story for... Well, I can probably tell it now. We had played, the first time we ever played Bear River Casino in the Butlers, we had played what was called the Redwood Run, was a big biker festival the day before. And the next night we played Bear River Casino, and they loved us, and they hired us back. And this next time we came back, our sound man Ace brought this soundboard. We played the little lounge, so you had to bring your own PA in the little lounge. And he brought this PA that was the size that you could have played. You could have probably played the Cow Palace or an arena with this PA, and they were freaked out. And consequently, after two sets, we were booked to play the entire weekend, and I had a fishing trip planned for the next day, and we were all going to have, it was going to be a fun weekend. And after the second set, they were so freaked out, and everybody in the lounge was freaked out because we were playing Def Leppard songs, deep cuts from Def Leppard and UFO. So they fired us after the second set, and they paid us for the first night, but they didn't pay us for the set. They wrote us a bad check for the second night. So they wrote two different checks, and that's red flag number one. So the first check cleared, second check bounced, or they stopped payment on it or something. So those are the only times I've ever played an Indian casino or at an Indian casino. That was a good time. They gave us each our at the one that we played last week. What was it called again? Oh, fuck. Feather Falls Casino. Nice place, big room, big theater. Huge stage, pro sound guys, everything. And they gave us each our own hotel room, and it was like a suite. It was awesome, man. Then the next night, about a 3-hour drive up north to Lake Shasta, the Lake Shore RV Park and Resort. Played outside. It was a great time, man. I'm having so much fun playing these country shows. Chad again played the Feather Falls Casino last night. He did an acoustic with just him and the guitar player. They opened for Rodney Akins or somebody like that. Big country guy. And they're playing tonight in Norco, California. Is it Norco or NorCal? Without me. He's doing a pickup band down there. I think he's using the drummer and the guitar player, but they're hiring a bass player. I don't know why he didn't hire me. Maybe, who knows? Because he didn't want to put me up in a hotel. I don't know. But I'm not playing tonight. I am playing tomorrow night at a place called, we're playing a state fair. Yes, I'm playing state fairs, friends. Let me see where this is. Okay, Chad. Okay, it's at Amador County Fair. So if you're up in Amador, California, send me an email. I'll try to get you in, and we'll have a couple beers, friends. Yeah, so that's what's happening this weekend. Next week, I'm not going to be. I'm catching you up on what's going on with my life, friends. I just finished the paint job today, so I'm here until Monday. I figured I'd do a show tonight because I'm not going to be able to do one next week. I'm heading up to upstate New York next week. So, where was I? Yeah, so I'm heading up to upstate New York next week. I'm playing some gigs with the Guitar Whiz Kid, and I don't know where they are, so I'm not going to really promote them. I'm getting paid to do this, and yeah. And I'm a pro bass player now. I'm retired, and I'm fucking a pro now. I'm playing all the time, and I put it out there into the universe, and I got what I wanted. And doing some Midwest shows with Chad. The second, we're playing in Sundance, Wyoming, and then the following week, I'm just gonna hang out in the Midwest. And the following week, we're playing somewhere in Montana. So if you're around there, look me up, friends, and we'll have some beers. And then when I get back, I'm playing a gig with the AC/DC cover band for Zetro from Exodus, Will from Death Angel, and Craig's on rhythm guitar. And we're also hired to be the opening of the backup band for the opener. This kid named Ryder B. He can't be older than 8 years old. Look him up on YouTube, Ryder B. This kid, he plays guitar, he plays drums, he sings. He's amazing. So I got to learn those songs as well. So I put it out there to the universe that I want to be a full-time bass player. So I'm pretty much getting what I asked for. So thank God for that, and thank the universe for that. All right, on with the show tonight. I'm going to do a new segment later on in the show. I had called out for Sappy Love Songs, and Adrian Bosch on Bosch Rock on the Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve. People just got to answer 2 questions so that I know you're not a somebody on the Epstein list trying to clear their name. All right. Where was I? Got sidetracked. I lost my train of thought. Okay. Oh yes, he posted a thread because several shows ago, I asked for Sappy Love Songs and thought maybe I'll do a Sappy Love Song episode. And I thought about doing that tonight, but I'm going to make it a segment of the show. I'm going to play one of your Sappy Love songs, and I'm going to follow it with one of my Sappy Love songs. So it's going to be pinned on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group on the top of the page. So post your Sappy Love songs. There's already a few up there. There's probably like 15 up there now. I'm going to do that later on in the show. First, I'm going to play a song. Tim Binder, my good friend who used to do radio for American Heartbreak when we were on Liquor and Poker Records, which was a vision of Century Media. He's a radio promo guy, and he's promoting the new Handsome Dick Manitoba EP called Back on Broadway. Which, by the way, Manitoba's doing Sweden next week. He's playing Sweden, and I'm not playing. He's using Torpedo Head as his backup band. Sven, I'm going to hopefully get updates from Sven, daily updates is how the tour's going, because we're not doing it because he can't, he needs to make, Richard needs to make some money, and if he's got to pay for our flights out there and everything, he hardly makes any money. He just makes what we get paid, and if there's any leftover merch. So the guys in Torpedo Head don't really have to take long flights or anything, so most of the money's going to go to Richard, which he needs the money. And besides, I got a bunch of country gigs coming up anyway, so... And one of our new guitar player, Frank, jumped ship. So, rather than have to find a guitar player, it's better to let Richard make some money. Anyway, Tim Binder, he's doing radio promo for the new Handsome Dick Manitoba song called Back on Broadway. I'm going to read it here. New at rock radio, Handsome Dick Manitoba sings the Dictators and other punk classics. Some new ones, too. For over 40 years, Handsome Dick Manitoba was the lead singer and frontman and face of the Dictators, Manitoba's Wild Kingdom, and Dictators NYC. He did stints on the road singing with the legendary MC5, ran his own New York City tavern, Manitoba's, for 20 years, and did a national 5-night-a-week rock and roll radio program on Sirius XM satellite radio. But I haven't had enough yet. As my hero Iggy Pop said, I want more. Coming out of one of the richest, most notorious scenes in rock and roll history, punk rock and CBGBs, Mr. Manitoba has decided he needed to breathe in more oxygen via live rock and roll. And although he has parted ways with his old band of many decades, don't be fooled. Handsome Dick is still faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than a locomotive, can reach tall buildings in a single bound, and bend steel with his bare hands, which leads to this. Manitoba is dying to get on the road and entertain y'all's asses better than ever, and of course he's lucky enough to found a band... He's lucky enough to found an amazing band out of the great city of San Francisco featuring Craig Bearhorse Ruffians, ex-2-bit thief, Michael Butler, and Scotty Slam. Don't miss your chance to see a living, breathing, high-energy, original 70s OG punk rock organism. Here is the new song from Handsome Dick Manitoba. It's getting a lot of airplay, according to Tim. I just saw a TV show played the song. So here you go. Brand new Handsome Dick Manitoba, back on Broadway.
My girlfriend left me for a left coast
There you go. Brand new handsome dick Nick. Oh, wait, stop it, producer. Gonna fire this guy. That's featuring your friend Michael Butler on background vocals, and Sven on also background vocals. Sven wrote the main part of the song. I helped Richard out with a few of the melodies, and Richard wrote the lyrics. All right, there you go. I got a audio comment from my favorite commenter. I have not heard it yet, so let's see here from the great. Oh, you'll hear him.
Hey, Michael Butler, how's it going, man? It's your buddy Jonathan Travers just kicking back on a Tuesday night.
Nice to hear from you, Jonathan Travers. He sent me this a little while ago. Let me look for his email because he accompanied it with some photos, I think. Jonathan. All right, let's see. Okay. Back to you, Jonathan Travers.
Well, that's into Wednesday, just after midnight. Remember that picture I sent you earlier? I decided to take 3 of those, so I'm on what's considered.
He sent me a picture of a bunch of mushroom gummies. So he's psilocybin gummies. I think he's tripping here. Let me back it up a little bit.
Considered the moderate dose. Feeling no pain.
There you go. I've never taken.
Anyway,
I've eaten pot gummies, but never done mushroom gummies.
Just wanted to quick.
I swore that I would never do mushrooms again because the last time I did them, I went to see I probably told this story before. When I was living at the Covered Wagon Saloon in San Francisco, when Stevie Stiletto first moved out here, I used to do a lot of things by myself. We stayed in this like flop house hotel above this bar called the Covered Wagon, which was a punk rock club, and they hired us to play all the time. But we lived upstairs, and you had to have a bathroom. That you shared a bathroom in the hallway with everybody on the top floor or on each floor. Each floor had its own bathroom, and everybody on the floor had to use that bathroom. So you had to wear flip flops in the bathroom. And Ray, the singer, and I had one room, and directly outside the window you could see another room. Our guitar player Neil and the drummer Dan had that room. We put like a big board across so we could we're on like the 5th floor or 4th floor or something like that. You'd have to shimmy across in the other room. We could have just walked out in the hallway and gone to the other room, but for some reason we decided to put a board between the 2 windows and go from room to room that way. I don't know why, but the hotel was mainly occupied by people who were dying of AIDS. It was all these gay guys, and they put us up there. It was like $360 a month for each room. Anyway, I went to see a horror movie film festival, like a marathon of horror movies at this place called the Roxy Theater. I think it was a movie theater called the Roxy. Anyway, I decided I was going to trip on mushrooms, and I took the bus. I rode my skateboard to the bus stop and then hop on the. This is a long time ago when I first moved out here, probably 35 years ago. Anyway, I wanted to time it where just as I was peaking on mushrooms, I would be sitting in the movie theater watching. I think it was House of Wax or I don't remember. It was like Vincent Price, I don't know. I don't remember the horror movies. They're super low budget horror movies, which I was into way big back then. And I was gonna, plan it where I was tripping when I was peaking on the mushrooms as I'm watching the movies. So I'm on this bus. Go through the mission. It was a heat wave, and it was all sweaty Mexican people. Nothing against Mexican people. It's all sweaty people. I don't know why I had to say Mexican, but I'll tell you why. Because there's Mexican gangs in the mission, and this is where the movie theater was. So, and there were people that looked like Mexican gang members on this bus, and somehow it was a heat wave. It was must have been like 90 degrees, and I'm sweating my ass off, and I'm peaking on the bus. It was a bad mushroom trip. Okay. I think most people probably have good mushroom trips, but I was all alone on this bus with a bunch of gang members, and it was hot as hell, and the bus was packed. So it wasn't a good experience for me. So that's the last time I did mushrooms, and I don't know if I'll ever do them again, but send me some of those gummy mushrooms, Jonathan Travers, and I'll try them.
Give a quick shout out I know this band's never talked about on the Rock and Roll Geek Show or the Rock and Roll Geek Show forums, but Tim Cronin just passed away, one of the founding members of Monster Magnet, 63 from ALS.
I know nothing about Monster Magnet. What's ALS? Is that Lou Gehrig's disease?
This poor guy, in the article, it even said, I remember a few months back when he got the diagnosis in March, or they at least announced that he had the diagnosis in March.
Huh.
Here we're into July, and this poor guy's already gone. Now, he was on the first couple records, and then he kind of branched off after that. But I saw him quite a few times back in the early part of their career, and outside of a club in Columbus, same one actually, Dimebag Darrell got shot 8 years later. I had a really cool, long conversation with him during their loadout. I think he was more surprised than anything I even knew who he was at the time. But those first couple records, man, I really dug them, especially that first one.
Do I have any Monster Magnet?
Me and a buddy were trying to hook up with a half ounce of smoke on a Friday evening one night. And so we go to this guy's apartment. Of course, he's not there. But his crackhead roommate happened to be there. So, of course, we had to wait for this guy with the crackhead roommate. So as we're sitting there, to break the silence, the guy goes, hey, we just got this vinyl. You want? Sounds pretty good. You want to hear it? It's kind of retro-y. And I said, yeah, we both nod, yeah. But he put it on, and from the opening notes of Pill Shovel, man, I was hooked. That first Monster Magnet Spine of God record fucking blew my mind. I couldn't get enough of it. I still listen to it every once in a while. But I know it's not your cup of tea, but there is a cool version of Sin's a Good Man's Brother on there. But anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out. Tim Cronin, guy was nice enough to give me 15 minutes of his time. Didn't seem bothered. Seemed real cool, and just really bummed me out reading that, man. It's always these guys like this. I know it's not a big name to anybody, but to me, man, it means a lot. And Tim Cronin, man, rest in peace, brother. And but anyway, that's all I got for now, Butler. It just this shit really bums me out. I'm gonna go put some Monster Magnet on right now to crank some shit. But sorry to ramble. But anyway, stay frosty, brother. Have a good one.
Stay frosty. You too can leave an audio comment. Rest in peace, Tim Cronin. I know nothing about Monster Magnet, but for Jonathan Travers, I'm going to play some Monster Magnet in the background of the donation segment right now. Let me see if I can pull some up. He said the first album, Spine of God. All right. We'll start with Pill Shovel. I don't think I've ever heard Monster Magnet. Let's try it here. Let's see how it works. Pulling the... Starts off the album with a drum solo. All right. Jonathan sent me another email today. I just wanted to add that he wasn't an actual member of the band. He was the visionary and helped create the concept art. The first record he's credited with, Lights, Dope, Center of the Universe. The second, it's Mountain of Judgment. He was basically gone way before the Space Lord bullshit. P.S. Those shroom gummies were fun. All right. Thank you to everybody who don't. Rest in peace, Tim Cronin. And I'm sorry for your loss, Jonathan Travers. There are several ways to donate to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. As you know, it's a value for value. If you get any value out of this show, please contribute what you can, friends, because I'm unemployed / retired, even though I work today, and I am playing bass for money now, which is great. My favorite way to donate, Venmo. My Venmo ID is at Michael-Butler-11. The following people donated on Venmo this month. Michael Stitik, $100. You saved the show, Michael Stitik, this month. Tim Schall, $50. Also saved the show. Gregg Brofer, who I'm praying for every day, $20. John Morgan, $25. Ralph Miller, $12. Richard Fusey, $10.99. I think Richard Fusey just sent me a $12 Venmo just now, I think. Thank you, Richard Fusey, Sheriff of the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page. Stephen Cohen, $5. And finally, Stephen Bealle, $2. On the Patreon, patreon.com/RNRGeek. All right, what else can we find? This is some stoner rock. All right. My Bodyguard, Joe Pollack, $16.66. Kurt Crawford, $12.77. Patrick Shanahan, $10. Cole Thornton, $9.99. Brian Springer, $8. I can't see. My glasses are fogged up. Crying of Tim Cronin. Patrick Shanahan, $10. Cole Thornton, $9.99. Brian Springer, $8. John Scott, writer of the great book Tom Petty and Me, $8. Michael Street, friend of the show and friend of mine, $7.50. Dave Slusher, $5.55. Chiaki Hinahara, who I went and had dinner with on Wednesday. We had some hot pot. It was great. Madaki Metal on Instagram, $5. Thank you, Chiaki. Eric Klein, $5. James Shapiro, $5. Jamie Jefford, $5. Justin Lefkowitz, $5. Martin Clawley, $5. Nadi Itani, $5, who just sent me a message commenting on the Cowboy Mock Bell episode. Thank you, Nadi Itani. Paul Smith, $5. Robert Harvey, $5. Steve T. Steve Trice, $5. Eric Stowell, $4. Mike Hellier, £4. Dan McBride, $3. Mark Mazzei, $3. Adrian Bosch on Bosch Rock on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page. I did not create, but I do approve people, etc., etc. Eric, the Rock and Roll Plebe, $142. Amy Bowen, $2. Three Legs, Four Wheels, Arnie Stash, and Peter Wojciechowski, $1. Thank you, everybody who donate on the Patreon. Patreon.com/RNRGeek. And finally, the PayPal. You take us to the 805 Cerveza number 2. Stephen Laperriere, $20. Dave Franco, $20. Richard Strom, $20. Ralph Miller, friend of mine and friend of the show, $10. James Venners, $10. Jeff and Cheri Thieleke, $10. William Bell, $10. BJ Lisko, $10. Dave Jackson and School of Podcasting, $10. Jason Shepard, $10. Mark Bridges, $6.58. Vincent Crimi, $5. Benjamin Mueller, $5. John Tennis, $5. Greg Long, $5. Rachel Rosenberg, $5. Christopher Del Grande, $5. Jayce Lesniewski, $5. Andrew Howe, $5. Peter Spark, $5. John Offenlock, $5. Friend of mine and friend of the show, Todd Cunningham, $5. Is that right, Todd Cunningham, $5? Maybe it was 10. I gotta double check. Danny Borden, $5. Shitty Dude donation. Chad Kiffmeyer, $2. Dave Alexander, $2. Adam Gerstein, $2. Adam Brachet, $2. Adam Croft, $2. William Moffat, $2. Lassie Sadvenhagen, $2. Deborah Drivers, if that's your real name, $2. Brian Gradich, $2. Kai Matsuda, $2. And finally, Philip Vermeulen, $2. Thank you to everybody who donates to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. There's no advertisers on this show. I was offered advertising from Libsyn, and it comes out to like $50 a month, if that. I said, no, thank you. I think I'll just stick with the value for value model. I'd rather not have to answer to your brand safe people and telling me that I can't say the F word or whatever. I can't play Monster Magnet on the podcast or whatever. I depend on you, friends. You're the only ones I answer to. So if you don't want me to say the F word on the show by accident or whatever, or force of habit, if you're a donator, you tell me. You're my boss. As I'm burping up this fine Firestone Walker Brewing Company 805 Cerveza brewed with lime. What is the alcohol content on this thing? 4.5%. That's about a little bit less than Tecate, I think. It's really delicious beer. Okay. Let's do the Sappy song, dueling Sappy songs of the week. How's that? I don't really have a lot of content tonight. I was going to do a track by track of the new Ricky Warwick album. I think I'll save that for when I come back from upstate New York. That'll give me something to do. And if you have any content ideas, please send them to me or post them on the Facebook group, friends. And if you're not a member of the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, I can't believe it because you know why. All right, where was I? Oh, Sappy Songs. So from the Facebook group, oh shit, I lost it. Let me find it again. Oh. All right, type it. Let me get on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. Type in Sappy Love Songs. Okay. From Adrian Boschon. Post your Sappy Love Songs here. The first one I'm going to play was sent by Michael Street. They tried to get Robin Zander to duet on this one, and it would have been perfect. This is Enough's Enough from the album Strength. I've never heard this song. It is called Time to Let You Go.
You've lost that feeling in your kiss. I'm only holding up the show. My God, your face I'm gonna miss. I see it's time to let you go. You don't dig love in me no more.
What happened? What happened?
Right so long, my eyes are sore. I see it's time to let you go. It ain't no good if it don't feel good, real good. It still felt good to me. But if you feel you should, it's understood. Go where you should. Take everything that smells like you. Leave no reminders left to show that at one time, man, we were two. But now it's time to let you go. It ain't no good if it don't feel good, real good. It still felt good to me. And if you feel you should, it's understood. Go where you should. Take everything that smells like you. Leave no reminders here to show that at one time that we were two. But now it's time to let you go. That at one time that we were two. But now it's time to let you go. That at one time that we were two. But now it's time to let you go. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Enough's enough. Time to let you go. A nice Sappy Love song. Now it's my turn. By the way, I need a jingle for the Sappy Love Songs of the week. So please send them to me. I'm going to try to make this a regular weekly segment on the Rock and Roll Geek show. If you don't like this, if I get enough emails telling me the Sappy Love Song segment sucks, I'll kill it. But for now, I'm doing it. One of my favorite albums, this whole album the album with Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie before she died in 2017. They put out an album together. It's just called Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie. This was probably in my top 5 of 2017. When, yeah. This entire album is Sappy Love Songs, and they're all catchy as hell. I'm going to play a song from that album. This is Michael Butler's Sappy Love Song of the Week. This is Christine McVie singing. This is called Feel About You. All right, you can make fun of me all you want for playing pussy music, but if you're into sappy love songs, it don't get no better than this, friends. Guarantee you, Christine McVie was great in bed. Guarantee you.
That's how I feel. You are the sky at night, black and white, green and blue. That's how I feel. You're so beautiful, beautiful. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. Your honey in my tea. Your jam, it tastes the sweetest to me. This love for you I can't conceal. That's how I feel. You are the sky at night, black and white, green and blue. That's how I feel. You're so beautiful, beautiful. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. You're so far away. I know that you'll be back any day. I am a magnet, you are steel. That's how I feel. You are the sky at night, black and white, green and blue. That's how I feel. You're so beautiful, beautiful. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you.
There you go. By the way, that's a long distance dedication. All right. That's a long. I'm sending out a long distance dedication to Jesse Carr. Okay, that one goes out to my friend Jesse Carr. All right. The Sappy Love Songs of the Week. I need a jingle, so if anybody's good with jingles, please make me one. That's another way you can support the show by, how No Agenda, they get all these guys to do jingles for all their segments. So I be like No Agenda. Send me a jingle, friends. You can be a producer of the Rock and Roll Geek Show. I'm telling you, that Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie album is great. Every song on the album, every single song in this album is great. I mean, let's listen a little bit of this. I think I might have did a track by track. It's just a great sappy love song album, man. And they're all simple pop songs. They're super catchy. Let's do a little bit. I'm not going to go through the track by track of this entire album, but it is so fucking good.
She called to me, meet me at the border. But when my papers are in order, Lord, I don't wanna bring you down.
Man, that is so,
No, I never.
so good. So fucking good.
I'm just sleeping around the corner. Lord, I don't wanna bring you down.
All right, you kill it. Okay. All right, Sappy Love Song of the Week, friends. Dueling Sappy. Post your Sappy Love Songs. It's pinned on the top of the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group page. Post yours up there, and we'll do it. You know, we'll try to do a we will try to do a segment every week, and or every time I do a show. I feel like I just had Korean barbecue, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go blast off. So I'll see if I can make it. Sent to me by this story was sent to me by or it's actually posted on the Facebook group from Ralph Pacheco. Dave Navarro, let's see, where is it? Okay. Dave Navarro is suing Perry Farrel for assault and battery. Really? You remember a long time ago, several months ago, he kind of shoved Dave Navarro. Now, Manitoba has shoved me on stage before, and he didn't actually try to start a fight with me, but I remember we played in Spain. I talked about this when I was doing daily shows. Which, speaking of daily shows, the Dog Days of Podcasting are coming up in August, and I'm going to be doing daily shows. So I'm going to need content for those. So please send me your comments and stuff and ideas for content. For the entire month of August, I'm going to be doing daily shows. So I'll be in the Midwest with Chad Bushnell. Maybe I'll get him to be on the show. And anyway, yeah, so that's happening in August. So hopefully that will make up for me not doing a show next week. Anyway, Manitoba once in Spain, I forget which town it was. As Casey Crenshaw says, too many cities, too many towns. All right, whatever. Yeah, we were, when we opened up, American Heartbreak opened for Warrant once, and the singer, what was his name, Janie Lane, gets out of the limo and goes, too many cities, too many towns, man. Like he was like a big rock star anyway. So it became like a running gag for American Heartbreak. Dave Navarro is suing Perry Farrel for assault and so Manitoba, one of these Spanish shows in Spain, he takes my microphone, throws it at me, takes my monitor, pulls it to him because for some reason he couldn't hear himself singing. So he decides to take it out on your friend Michael Butler, throwing my microphone stand, hits me with it, falls on me, grabs my wedge, and I just powered through it and was saying to myself, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. Did I mention that I love Richard Manitoba? Yes, I do, but man. So I didn't sue Manitoba, although he's got no money. But even if he did, if he was a multimillionaire, I wouldn't have sued him because I think suing somebody for that is suing your friends I don't think it gets more low life than suing your friends. And don't tell me Dave Navarro and Perry Farrel are not friends. Come on, you're family, guys. So Dave Navarro is suing Perry Farrel for assault and battery, and his fellow Jane's Addiction members are also jumping on the lawsuit, demanding millions from the lead singer. Really? I mean, something's got to be more to this. Navarro, Eric Avery, and Stephen Perkins filed a lawsuit against Perry Farrel Wednesday over a fight that went down on stage, which they say derailed their North American tour and planned album afterwards. Okay. That's what it's about. They figured they were going to make millions of dollars, and now they had to break up because of that. They didn't, so they figured they're going to sue him for the money they think they would have made from subsequent tour dates and an album. You know, you could have just powered through it and kept doing the tour. But no, you gotta jump out of the tour. You're pissed off at Perry Farrell. I don't think Perry Farrell canceled the tour, did he? I think the rest of the guys in the band probably bailed on the tour. Am I right? Let me know if I'm wrong. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Remember, we obtained video. Oh, this is from TMZ.com, by the way. We obtained video from a show on September 13th, blah, 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 where Farrell and Navarro got into each other's face and began shoving one another. Oh, you shoved him too. Navarro claims the fighting continued backstage, adding no one could calm Perry down and alleging Farrel punched him in the face. Navarro found this especially triggering because he's the victim of a violent encounter that occurred during his teenage years. Okay. So Perry Farrel hits him, and Navarro has a flashback to when his dad used to beat him or whatever, something like that. You triggered me, man. I'm going to sue you. You got to be fucking kidding me. Jane's Addiction posted after that, we want to extend a heartfelt apology to our fans for the events that unfolded last night. As a result, we will be canceling tomorrow night's show in Bridgeport. Refunds will be issued, blah, 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 blah. Navarro says the band was forced to cancel 15 nights and put their album on hold because of the fight, leading to major financial losses. Farrell's wife, Eddie, said shortly after the show he was going to meet with a neurologist and otolaryngologist and ear, nose, and throat for medical consultations. So Perry Farrel couldn't hear himself singing. This is very similar to what happened with me in Manitoba. Perry Farrel could not hear himself on stage. So he blamed James, what's his name? James Navarro, is that his name? Oh, what the fuck is his first name? Whatever, Navarro, Dave Navarro. So he blamed Navarro for being too loud on stage. So he hits Navarro. Okay, kind of like what Manitoba did to me, except Manitoba didn't shove me. He threw a microphone stand at me. Navarro says the band was having issues even before the onstage dust-up, by the way, because he says Farrell threatened to quit the band multiple times, which Manitoba has threatened to quit the tour multiple times. Navarro also claims... Did I mention that I love Handsome Dick Manitoba? I do. He's become like a big brother to me. And I would never sue Manitoba for shoving me or throwing a microphone at me on stage. That's just bullshit. I don't care. It's bullshit. Would I sue him if there was that much money on the line? No, I would have finished the tour. I would have figured out a way to finish the tour. Navarro says the band was having issues even before the onstage dust-up, by the way, because he says Farrell threatened to quit the band multiple times. Navarro also claims Farrell talked him into postponing his wedding in Scotland to add more tour dates. Navarro is suing Farrell for assault and battery. I'm sorry, suing your friend for hitting you, that's chicken shit, in my opinion. While all three of the bandmates are also suing for emotional distress, negligence, breach of contract, and more. So breach of contract sounds like Perry Farrell canceled the tour. Now, if that's the case, that's probably a different thing altogether. But I don't know. I do not know that Perry Farrell canceled the tour. While all three of the band members are suing for emotional distress, negligence, breach of contract, and more, they're seeking minimum damages of $10 million. Were they going to get paid $10 million for 15 shows? Damn. That can't be. That just can't be. We've reached out to Perry. So far, no word back. And then they posted an update. Let me take a sip of this fine. 805 survey. So I'm about to piss my pants here, too. So I'm going to probably have to pause this. That's good. All right. There's an update. Update. Perry Farrell's legal team tells TMZ this is yet another clear example of the group uniting to isolate and bully frontman Perry Farrell. The timing of this baseless lawsuit is no coincidence. It was filed only after they caught wind of legal action coming from our side. What was he going to sue them for? It's a transparent attempt to control the narrative and present themselves as the so-called good side, good guys, a move that's both typical and predictable. They continue, just like when they released a defamatory and entirely unfounded statement about Perry's mental health and unilaterally canceled the remaining tour dates. So they canceled the tour dates. How can they sue Perry Farrell when they canceled the tour dates? This is a bullshit lawsuit. I don't know what he was going to sue them. Maybe he was going to sue them for canceling the law. Anybody who sues their brother in rock is a fucking chicken shit, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but both sides are chicken shit. Just like when they released a defamatory and entirely unfounded statement about Perry's mental health and unilaterally canceled the remaining tour dates without his input, they're once again scrambling to get ahead of the truth in a desperate effort to save face. There you go, friends. Little band drama. Thank you to Ralph Pacheco for that. What do you think, friends? This old radio trick. What's your thoughts, friends? Send an email to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, or post them on the Facebook page. All right. I got to pause. I'm going to have to take a piss. So I'm going to play a song, and then we'll come back, and we're going to do a listening with Butler. I'm going to play another song from the Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie. This is... Red Sun. Again, long distance dedication to Jesse Carr.
I wonder where you are as I fall upon my bed, and I think about the way we were, so much left unsaid. I wonder what you're doing as I walk along the shore. You took your love away from me when I only wanted more. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? And it's worse for me at night, you know, when the red sun kisses the sea. Slowly breaks the dawn today, heralded by the sun. My favorite time of day, or so I thought when we began. My mind is filled with journeys, echoed with your smile. No, you won't take that away from me, even if you try. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? And it's worse for me at night, you know, when the red sun kisses the sea. Oh, sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? And it's worse for me at night, you know, when the red sun kisses the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think about me? And it's worse for me at night, you know, when the red sun kisses the sea.
All right, there you go. I'm back from using the bathroom. Did not have to blast off, thank God. All right. If you don't have that album, Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie, if you're into simple pop songs, that album is fucking catchy as hell. All right, this is into my email box from Freeman Promotions. Rock icon Glen Hughes unveils new single, Voice in My Head, and lyric video. All right, I need to... Am I finished with this beer? Hold on. Now I got a few sips left. Oh, that's good. Rock legend and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Glen Hughes is pleased to unveil his new single and accompanying video, Voice in My Head. Taking from... I cannot read, friends. Let me start over. Rock legend and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Glen Hughes is pleased to unveil his new single and accompanying video, Voice in My Head, taken from his upcoming studio album, Chosen, set for release on September 5th, 2025 via Frontiers Music SRL, whatever that is. This year, we'll also see Glen Hughes busy touring across Europe and South America with the Chosen Years Tour, starting in Zoetermeer, Netherlands on September 2nd and ending on November 29th in Bogota, Colombia. For the full list of dates, please see below, blah, blah, blah. About the new single, Glen commented, "Voice in My Head tells the story of what's going on in my subconscious mind." Wow, that's deep, man. It's a song that most definitely needed to be written. Very therapeutic. We all have this voice. Observe, recognize, be a witness, and let go. Watch the lyric video for Voice in My Head here. Commenting on the new album, Glen stated, "Songwriting is deeply personal to me, and I generally write and record when I have something to say. It's been 9 years since I recorded my last solo album, Resonate. There have been recordings and collaborations with other artists since 2016. When writing Chosen, I went back to my life drawing board, writing about the human condition, love, hope, faith, and acceptance. I write about how I feel on the inside and not externally. My life is lived from within and the present moment. It's an album of soul food, and I've never been so grateful. Right here on planet Earth, music is the healer." That's deep, man. That is so deep. Vocalist, bassist, and songwriter Glen Hughes is a true original. No other rock musician has so distinctively blended the finest elements of hard rock, soul, and funk. His astonishing voice is his calling card. It's his bread and butter. He's known as a singer. After a 9-year hiatus as a solo artist, Glen Hughes returns with Chosen, brand new solo album that finds him at his most hard-rocking, explosive, and dynamic. Chosen showcasing Hughes at his absolute best, both in songwriting and production. A truly captivating return. Boy, that's pretty, makes me want to hear this song. Let's hear it. We're going to give it a score here. Voice in My Head from Glen Hughes. All right, here we go. All right, so far it's better than California Breed. It's better than the Dead Daisies. All right, is it better than Deep Purple? No, but we're only 19 seconds into it, so far it's not bad. All right, drop tune. I don't know why these aging rockers have to tune down. You say you got a great voice. Everybody says, oh, he's a freak of nature. Eddie Trunk says, freak of nature. Then why tune down? Because you think it sounds heavier? No, it doesn't. Iron Maiden does not tune down. Okay. Oh, shit. I said it was not bad, so now it's taking a dive.
Sanctify my soul to keep. Shallow people I can't stay. In my mind they slip away.
We might have a Guess the Rhyme coming up. Let's see if we can guess the rhyme. Down a path I was led. Listen to what she said, or would it be what they said? What is the rhyme? Path I was led, said, voices in my head.
like a child left on fair.
Oh, that was a good one. Good one. Now, you got me, Glenn.
Not a word left unsaid.
Ah, triple rhyme.
It's the voice in my head.
Quadruple rhyme.
The voice in my head. The voice in my
All right, let's see what that tune is. Let me pull out my guitar here. All right, hold on a second. All right, I'm just gonna pull it out here, and I'm not gonna pull it out, as so to speak, but I'm not gonna pull it out. But what is it down here? He's only tuned down a half step. Okay, I'm not. He's not driving.
call me out, I do breathe. With my shadow, I do live. Call the sunrise, hear the call. In the chasm, I do fall.
All right, let's see if we. All right, we'll play Guess the Rhyme again. Okay.
Down the back,
Okay, and we're at the chorus. Okay.
was left like a child left on fair. Not a word left unsaid. It's the voice in my head. Oh, the voice in my head.
All right. It's not horrible. I don't hate it. It's okay.
The voice in my head.
I have a feeling the Sheriff Richard Fusey will like this song. When it comes out, we will do a track by track of this album. I promise you, Richard Fusey. So whoever has this album when it comes out, please don't send it to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, so that we can not do a track by track, because that would just be wrong. There you go. I'm going to give it a strong half. What do you think of that? Strong half for the new single from Glen Hughes. Let's see what they say on the YouTube, the comments. This is incredible. I grew up listening to Glen's songs, and today his songs and voice are just so powerful. Sending my love and respect to the great musician. That's from Ivan Miklin. From William Sousa Santos, the voice of rock, come back with new album, Glen Hughes is a legend. And somebody replies, my eternal idol. Another great one by an even greater artist, the best voice in rock world, in my opinion. Gotta love Glen. He the man on singing. I guess I'm wrong. Music is the healer. Thundering bass and those vocals just rock the fuck out. All right, there you go. I'll give it a strong half. I'm sure that Richard Fusey will disagree with me. Okay, the kids are about ready to be put to bed upstairs, and Martina's telling me that I'm going to have to keep it down. So I'm going to wrap this thing up here. What are we going to close out with? I need to find a song to close it. Oh, Steve Miller Band cancels tour. Cole Thornton Facebook post. Let's find that Steve Miller. Okay. All right, from the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Let me see here. Let me search. All right, Steve Miller. You probably all heard this story already. Miller. Steve Miller, okay. From Cole Thornton. What the actual fuck? Time for my boss and I to have a chat. I don't know what that means. Maybe he was boss and I, maybe, I don't know. He was going to ask for the day off. I don't know. Dear Steve, so he posts he posts a message from the Steve Miller Band. Dear Steve Miller Band fans, you make music with your instincts. You live your life by your instincts. Always trust your instincts. The Steve Miller Band has canceled all of our upcoming tour dates. The combination of extreme heat, unpredictable flooding, tornadoes. Is there somebody calling me? Unpredictable floodings, tornadoes, hurricanes, and massive forest fires make these risks for our audience, the band and crew, unacceptable. So you can blame it on the weather. This tour is canceled. Don't know where, don't know when. We hope to all see you again. Wishing you all peace, love, and happiness. Take care of each other. Steve, the band, and crew. Now, if he was canceling just due to the heat, I could kind of understand for canceling a summer tour, because it can be, when we played that thing last week outside at the resort, it was about 110 degrees outside. We put it off. We pushed the show back until dark because it was too hot in the daytime. So if you're playing in the afternoons, which he probably is, I doubt he's headlining Sheds. He's probably opening. I can understand, but floods, tornadoes, I don't know. I mean, you could say we pushed the tour back to fall. Chrissy Hynde also talked about she's not going to be doing any more summer openings outside either because of the heat, and she thinks that summer concerts are going to be probably starting to get canceled because of the heat, because it's so hot outside. Which is okay I don't go to these shows outside in the heat anyway. Maybe that will bring on the dawn of the fall tours. Fall tours, the weather's nice. Spring, fall, weather's nice, so I'm good with that. See what the Friends of the Rock and Roll Geek Show says. Dave Jacobs, this is weird. Just say I'm old and tired. All right, there you go. Cole Thornton replies back, exactly. There's no shame in saying I've been doing this for 60 years. There aren't as many people showing up as there was not that long ago, and I think I've had enough. Then the proverbial thanks and gratitude statements everyone does. Yeah, it's probably lack of ticket sales, and he's trying to go out with a political statement. Looks like his European John is off as well, Ralph Miller says. Damn it, Steve Miller. I hate it when you're right. Uh-oh, okay. He posted something from abcnews.com. Icelandic volcano erupts again, prompting evacuations at nearby town in Blue Lagoon. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy, the kids are getting ready to go to bed. John Nashid, this just doesn't make sense. Canceling their whole tour because certain areas of the country might have similar weather issues. There has to be more to this, right? Yeah, lack of ticket sales. Adam Gerstein, I think it's a combination of several factors. Steve Miller is almost 80 years old and chose to play a lot of sheds, which takes a toll on the performers given the erratic weather. The most important factor is that ticket sales were very poor for the tour. If anybody knows, it would be Adam Gerstein. A lot of older classic rock bands are overshooting by playing in sheds and have horrible ticket sales, including Steve Miller. I just saw the Jones Beach show map for Miller, which showed about a tenth of the available tickets sold. He's headlining Jones Beach. Yeah, a tenth of the tickets were sold. Most of these bands are dealing with Live Nation, which owns many of the sheds, and they also own the parking rights and concessions. Even with that, it makes little sense to have a show if bands are selling less than 4,000 tickets in a 16,000-seat venue. Why Miller did not have a strong opening act defies logic. He needed to have someone like Peter Frampton open, who I saw him with at Radio City Music Hall about 10 or 11 years ago. That was a 6,000-seat venue. Frampton was great, while Miller was not. What I see happening more and more with certain arena shows, for example, is that the venue is being scaled down. More shows are happening without upper levels being sold. Bands and promoters can still make money if all the tickets are sold. More often than not, that is not the case. I'm hearing more from people I know. They are deeply concerned about the economy and are spending less disposable money. If they're buying tickets and it is for one or two acts, and for those acts, they are willing to splurge. Acts are finding more and more difficult to give it. Okay. Again, I'm going to bring it back to Handsome Dick Manitoba. Several shows, well, these tours that we've done with Handsome Dick Manitoba, the venues have contacted us several days ahead of time wanting to cancel the shows due to poor ticket sales. And it's a ploy that a lot of venues do. I'm going to get like Eddie Trunk now and educate. He educates his idiot audience. I'm educating my extremely smart friends. Let me take a sip of the beer number 3 now. Oh, that's good. 805 Cerveza. When we were touring Manitoba, the Texas tour, the Dallas sent an email to our manager, said they wanted to cancel the show. Really, they said they wanted to renegotiate the guarantee. So we renegotiated the guarantee. In Midwest, I think one of the venues wanted to, quote, renegotiate the guarantee, which we probably said, I think we said, how about we do this? If we sell this many, you keep us our guarantee. And if we sell under, we'll do a door deal. And I think we managed to bring in the minimum amount, so we got our guarantee. In the UK, I don't know if anybody, I think the Underworld wanted to renegotiate the guarantee. In Spain, one of the venues wanted to renegotiate the guarantee, which I don't think we did. We held out. I'll bet you Live Nation wanted to renegotiate these guarantees, and Steve Miller said, fuck you, I'm just going to cancel the tour. That's my guess. Ralph Miller says, I guess that means tonight's show is in Alaska is off. I guess it was cold. And Brian Springer, what the heck? I'd be more worried about an ice raid than the weather. Okay, I'm getting political here. There you go. I think it's due to, I agree with Adam Gerstein. It's probably lack of ticket sales. That being said, let's close out the show so the kids can go to bed. Why don't we play some Steve Miller Band? Do I have, pardon me, I'm burping, it was fine. 805 Cerveza. Do I have any Steve Miller Band? Steve Miller. Do I have any Steve Miller? Believe it or not, I do not have any Steve Miller Band. Huh. Well, I can pull up the Apple Music. Joe Pollack paid for my Apple Music. Let's see. Steve Miller Band. Okay, Steve Miller. Steve Miller. How do you spell Steve? Okay, Miller. What can I find from the Steve Miller Band? Okay, Steve Miller Band is... one of my favorites. Thank you for listening, friends. It's been a I don't know what it's been, but it's been fun. All right. I'm going to get the hell out of here so the kids can go to bed. Thank you for listening. rockandrollgeek.com is where you can find the show. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek Don't Ask. Go to the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page if you're not there. Sign up. Lots of great rock talk. They don't even need me there. There's so many great people there with so much more knowledge than me. And please keep the donations coming because I listen to you and only you, friends. We no advertisers. So this show is supported exclusively by you. So if you get any value out of this, please contribute what you can. Donations are a little down. I can't blame you. The shows have been a little bit erratic, but please, friends, I can use your support. The bills barely get paid with the donations. I got hosting bills and everything else. So contribute what you think it's worth to you, friends. What else? That's about it. I'll see you out on, if I'm in your town, just come see me, friends. If I'm playing around you, come say hi to me. I really would like to see you. All right, what's on the Fly Like an Eagle album? Wild Mountain Honey? Yeah, let's end off with Wild Mountain. No, I'm going to play Take the Money and Run. Thank you for listening, friends. I'll talk to you soon. Steve Miller, cheer up, friend. It's going to get better.
This is a story about Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Two young lovers with nothing better to do. They'd sit around the house, get high and watch a tune. And here's what happened when they decided to cut loose. They headed down to old El Paso. I swear they ran into a great big hassle. Billy Joe shot a man while robbing his castle. Bobby Sue took the money and run. Go on, take 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 the money and run. Billy Mack is a detective down in Texas. He knows just exactly what the facts is. He ain't gonna let those two escape justice. He makes his living off of the people's taxes. Bobby Sue, whoa, she slipped away. Billy Joe caught up to her the very next day. They got the money, hey, you know they got away. They headed down south and they're still running today. Saying, go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Oh, no. Go on, take the money and run.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.